All right, growers, I know it's been a while since we've done a home show grown, but I've been waiting for some good weather to finally get out in the yard and start to replant or repot these little things. Look, these ones are ready, okay? And I can tell that because they're already throwing up their little feelers, their little grabbers. They're looking for something to grab onto to start to grow up. And the other way you can tell is, if you look at the bottom, the roots have started to come out already, which is great. And this is why we use the egg cartons, because the egg carton gets soft and allows the roots to start growing out. They don't get confined within there. So I don't even think we're going to need to punch a few holes in there to allow the roots to come out. We do need to cut them apart. So just grab yourself a pair of scissors like that. Jeepers, egg carton's a bit stronger than I thought. Egg carton is now separated into 6 pieces. You can see we've got a lovely little parcel that we want to plant either into the ground or into another pot. But what we need to do now is get rid of that weakest link. We've talked about it before. You knew this day was coming. It's now time to move the kids outside and get rid of the weakest one. So you can just snip him off like that. Bit harder to pick between those two, but I'm going to get rid of the one on the outside. This is the size pot I'm going to want to put my peas into. I'm going to fit 4 in there, and they're going to go over there near that veranda post. What I've got in here is a premium grade potty mix, and I've also added a few good handfuls of my own homemade compost. And it's teeming with life, because as you can hello dog, as you can see, still got worms in it. So what you want to do is mix that around a fair bit and pull out any big chunks. A bit of old zucchini or something. If you don't make your own compost, that's okay. You can buy it from the hardware stores. All right, it looks pretty good to me. So what we want to do is just make a little hole and pop those in there. Now you don't want to cover them up too much. They want to be at the same height that the soil was already in the egg cartons. And that's about where you want it. You can still just see the top of my egg cartons, and that's going to be fine. They will break down even more, those egg cartons, and eventually the roots will keep growing out through there and go into the soil, and they'll start to grow up. I'm going to show you where I'm going to place this. I don't need to build anything for them to grow up yet. They've still got a little while before they start really wanting to attach to something. All right, with my little lettuce friends, they haven't been as strong. They haven't managed to poke through the bottom, so I'm actually going to cut the bottoms out of the egg cartons to allow them to grow through. And I'm only going to put 1 per pot. Now that mixture in there is just the same as the other one, just premium potty mix with some compost. I'm not going to cut any of those away just yet. I'm going to allow them to grow because they're pretty delicate, and I want to make sure that I get a few good ones come out of it. All right, there we have it. I've got 2 little things of my lettuce, and they're my snow peas. Now I'll show you where I'm going to put them, just over there on a post. That spot's going to be perfect. As you can see, we're getting plenty of sun, and I've got this post here, and that'll allow me to find something to put up against that post and allow those to grow up it. That's what we're looking for. Now, just a bit of a recap. This is what they should be looking like when they're ready to plant. You can see I've got my little tentacles coming out the top there, and also the roots are definitely punching through the bottom, and they're getting ready to put themselves into some decent soil. I hope that's answered a few questions for you. Don't forget, keep sending in your photos and maybe even a video. If you're having any problems, we'll try and answer all of your questions. All right, happy growing, everybody.